Last time on the Kombi Chronicles, we rock up to Los Angeles and spend a weekend exploring some of LA's most famous tourist spots.
To the east, the road beneath my feet. To the west, but I haven't got there yet. And to the north, never to be caught. To the south, my time is running out. Ever since my time.
So we are in LA at Ace Performance Engines, run by fellow Brummie Stefan Rossi. Reached out to Stefan as we lost our shock absorber, and so we're giving Ruby a bit of TLC to keep her going on the road. The brake thing.
Here's the brake thing. Here's the brake thing. Look at our bump stop. Note how I can like make holes all through this. This was actually not, I've just bent it down, it was like up here at an angle because it hit the bump stop and nearly snapped it off. It's rotten.
Sometimes. With the bump stop and the shock absorber repaired, we set about installing our new LED lights for the roof rack. With Ruby ready for the drive to Buses by the Bridge, we headed out to the bar to have some drinks with Stefan and Laura. How's your Californian beer?
Coors Lighty.
Oh, cheap and cheerful.
That's $3, that is. We were just driving along, going for a drink with Steph and Laura, and we just lost about half our electrics. We have no lights, no radio, no gauges, no fog lights. Lee's holding the headlight main switch on while we're driving. Something has gone wrong.
Fun times. And we could run out of fuel.
Yeah.
Stefan and Willow are currently investigating. It looks like the ignition barrel broke. They're trying to spur something to get us going for the rest of the night, and we may have to try and fix that in the morning. Yay, Ruby! So a bit random, we went to West Coast Metric to buy a new ignition switch because it burnt out last night. A couple of guys came up to us from Hot VWs Magazine and asked us for an interview. Who knew that would be Hollywood where we got our first interview about the VW? Kind of weird.
Hey you guys, Eddie Collins here for Hot VWs, and boy what a treat. So we came to West Coast Metric to go ahead and visit the gang here and see some of Lorenzo's really cool cars. You'll see those in the future. But we come outside and what do we get? A surprise here, because I just met these folks. I don't even know their names yet.
My name's Lee.
Lee, nice to meet you.
I'm Willow.
And Willow. And you guys just told me that you imported this bus through New York.
That's
But
correct.
it came all the way from?
England. Southampton in England we shipped the van from.
Yeah.
That is so cool. So you guys have driven across from New York. You went to Niagara Falls, I understand?
Yeah, we
Niagara
went up
Falls.
right up to the Canadian border, and then we came down to Key West, southernmost point, and then we drove
across to the
up
west
through
coast.
Texas, all to the west coast.
That is super cool. Now I did see it, so shout out to you guys that it's the Kombi Chronicles hashtag.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Chronicles.
right.
Kombi
So
Chronicles.
obviously you can go ahead and check them out on social media and see
Yeah.
where they've been. Whenever I hear these stories, I always think, how do you get this much time off?
Yeah.
How long are you guys on holiday? What's going on?
Well, we're both teachers in England, but we did some properties up, and then we rented them out to afford it, and then we're taking a semester out to see some
we just quit
America.
our jobs, so
Yeah. Willow teaches mechanics in England,
Yeah.
and the van was built by a
That is
student.
yeah,
Cool.
this is built by a bunch of 16-year-old kids in England.
So wait, so free labor too?
Free labour.
What? This is unbelievable. That is so cool.
really cool, yeah.
That is neat. Honestly, when people hear this kind of stuff, I always think to myself, great inspiration. And then obviously the young kids are thinking, how do we do this? How can we go on this kind of a trip? And you guys just kind of showed them how they did it. Now, tell me real quick about the bus, because it's definitely unique. Just briefly, where it came from, how you ended up with it, because I understand you restored it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a
completely
shell.
restored.
And what year is it?
It's a 76. It came from Budapest as an import to the UK.
Okay.
It was bought by a couple who normally did Vanagons, but I think they decided that there's too much work, too much rust,
Yeah, we bought it off like Gumtree.
which is like your Craigslist.
Okay. Gumtree. Check out Gumtree. Look for deals,
Yeah,
you
that's
guys.
where you find the
Yeah.
vans. We didn't know anything about vans at the time. Then Willow did a mechanics course, and she ended up progressing through that to become a teacher and took the van on. We got a Subaru Impreza at college.
Yeah, we got a free engine, so
Really?
we converted this to a 2-litre Impreza.
Okay. All
We
right.
built the interior ourselves.
Yeah.
We got
Cool.
top fitted as well. So
That's
this is
awesome.
like not an old conversion. This is a
Okay.
modern one.
I like it. Now, I also understand that, obviously you guys that are watching, we're here at West Coast Metric in Harbor City here in California. But guess where we're going this weekend? We're going to Buses by the Bridge, and I
Yeah.
understand you guys
That's
are
where
too.
we're going to.
So this is really cool that we're actually seeing you here, and then we're going to see you over there.
The van did it. It was kind of fate, really. We were driving last night. We were visiting some friends here who do custom-made air-cooled engines.
Okay.
Ace Performance engines, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Okay.
And we were driving last night, and our ignition burnt out, so we lost all our headlights, which is why we're here now to buy a replacement switch.
Right on. Very cool. You know what else makes your headlights brighter? A Hot VW sticker. Oh, it's in this
Lovely.
window, so you guys.
Yeah, we've got a collection,
If you've
so-
got a space, you can
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
I'm sure
find
that
one,
will
which
look
be
go
cool.
quite well there.
Yeah.
Anywhere. No, that's so cool. Well, you guys, thank you for your time.
No,
This is
yeah.
really cool, you
It's
guys.
lovely meeting you.
And, yeah, likewise. And guess what? Maybe we'll revisit you guys out at Buses by the Bridge.
Please do.
Yeah.
You can find us.
All right,
Lovely meeting
cool.
you.
You guys, safe travels. Awesome adventure.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, you guys.
Cheers. With our temporary celebrity status over, Willow set about repairing the damaged ignition switch that burnt out the night before. So we've spent the past couple of days in Los Angeles with Stefan and Laura of Ace Performance Engines. He's let us use a bit of his tools to get Ruby back on the road and up to date.
Yeah, we needed a welder and grinder and that kind of thing. So we've done a few repairs that we really needed to do.
Stefan, for his day job, makes custom-made V8 engines and air-cooled engines, and he's kindly let us have a look around his workshop. So we're going to give you a quick tour of what he gets up to. Before leaving LA, we had one final place that we wanted to visit before saying goodbye.